Now this is my Dell 5675 gaming PC. It looks cool, but it's pretty limited in terms of upgrade potential. In fact, it will only support 1st gen Ryzen thanks to a lack of BIOS updates. You want 2nd gen Ryzen? Well, you'll need to buy the 5676 instead. The best we can use here is the Ryzen 7 1800X, an 8-core 16-thread CPU that launched back in 2017 for $499. I think it was about £500 here in the UK. In 2025 I found one for just £38, less than a tenth of the original price. I was still skeptical if this would work, as the support site lists a 1700X as the best chip we can use here. Nonetheless, I swapped out the 1200 for this 1800X, replaced the thermal paste and reluctantly put the stock cooler back in place. There was about 30 seconds between me pressing the button and the boot screen appearing, but it did work. The system then ran a hardware test which was successful. If I sound surprised, it's because I just expect the worst when it comes to tinkering with PCs. I'm just speaking from experience. The CPU hit its max all-core clock speed of 3.7 GHz under load, and temperatures weren't worryingly warm, but the machine did sound like an industrial vacuum cleaner when playing games. This machine originally had a GTX 1060, but I've temporarily swapped it out for an RTX 3050, which will work on the stock 460 watt power supply and allow us to notice any differences that this more powerful processor brings. Cyberpunk 2077 now runs at 58 frames per second with the 3050 and 1800X, up from 41 with the Ryzen 3. The percentile lows are also much higher, meaning a smoother experience with a lot less stutter. Interestingly, this old 8-core 1800X still holds the RTX 3050 back a bit at 1080p. This chip is definitely showing its age, but it's the best we can do for the old Dell. The Witcher 3 also saw a huge performance uplift with the new 1800X. The performance metrics were at least doubled across the board. Not bad for just £38. In fact, I think this processor only cost me £1 because I traded in some old hard drives at CEX before using the voucher to buy this. We can't do much else for the old Dell, but I'll find a more fitting AMD GPU before running more benchmarks and selling it on. Thanks for watching.